Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Motivating Moments. I am your host today, Pastor Steve, and I am really glad that you're here. Whether you're starting out your week or just taking a break or just needing a moment to reset, this is the space for you. Every episode here at Motivating Moments is designed to help you think clearly, lead intentionally, and stay aligned with what matters the most. No hype, no pressure. Just a practical perspective and encouragement for real life and your leadership as well. So take a break. You know, folks, we live in a culture that celebrates intensity. We cheer for the big moments. We admire the big decisions. We feel the emotional highs, and we love the idea of monumental transformation happening all at once. A powerful prayer moment that changes everything, a dramatic breakthrough, a sudden shift that fixes everything. And don't get me wrong, those moments matter, and I do believe that God absolutely uses them. He is the God of miracles. But most of the time, that's not where real growth and sustainable growth actually happens. No, real growth is much quieter, it's slower, and it's far less dramatic. Here's the truth that we're going to lean into today. Intensity may inspire you, but consistency is what shapes you. So I want to just kind of emphasize that and say the problem here, there's a problem with intensity-driven living. And there's nothing wrong with intensity, just safeguard yourself here. Intensity feels productive, but it's actually unreliable. Most of us have been there. We have this strong emotional surge, this moment that leads to a big promise. It's a surge in motivation that launches into a new habit. It's a passionate commitment that fades once life gets busy. And the reason is that intensity depends oftentimes on things that don't last. Emotion, energy, ideal conditions, and when those things fade, so does our follow-through. And one of the biggest traps that we fall into is confusing how strongly we feel about something with how committed we actually are to that thing. And that's why so many good intentions get stuck, not because they were wrong, but because our approach going into it wasn't sustainable. And guys, growth that depends on adrenaline won't survive real life. It's just not going to happen. And what we really need is consistency. And whereas intensity might fizzle, consistency actually compounds over time. It doesn't always impress people, but it does transform our lives. Small decisions, repeated daily, carry exponential power. A few minutes of prayer every day changes your whole life. Choosing healthy boundaries, I should say, again and again. Showing up prepared even when no one notices. Practicing gratitude when it doesn't come naturally. Consistency compounds quietly in our lives when we choose the right thing over and over again. You don't see the impact immediately, but one day you're on a mountain of success and you realize that you're standing somewhere that you could have never reached in the single leap, no matter how bad you wanted or how passionately you felt about it. And this is how trust is built. This is how faith matures. This is how character forms. You don't grow by doing something extraordinary one time. You grow by doing the right things consistently. You grow by doing the ordinary things faithfully. And that's when we get into this comparison here between discipline and motivation. And I know this is an odd point here for a podcast named Motivating Moments, and because I share these with you because motivation is a great starter, but it is a terrible finisher. And discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It asks, who are you becoming? Where are you going? And discipline says, I'll do this even when it's inconvenient. I'll keep showing up even when progress feels oh so slow. I'll stay faithful even when no one is watching. And discipline, that kind of discipline, creates space for growth to happen naturally for us over time. And here's a shift worth making as we're talking about discipline here. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel inspired. And build rhythms in your life that carry you forward on ordinary days. Because honestly, most days are ordinary. If I just sat around all the time and waited for the monumental day, it would be very few things I'd ever get done. Most life happens in the ordinary, and we need to strive for consistency in the everyday. And that's exactly where faithfulness matters the most. Growth doesn't usually come from one huge defining moment. It comes from repeated obedience. You don't need to do more dramatic things. You need to do fewer things more consistently. I want to challenge your schedule. I want to challenge your to-do list. I want to challenge your ability to delegate. Listen, consistency isn't flashy, but it is faithful. And faithfulness always bears fruit. So, here's a question worth sitting with, I think, for a while this week. And it's simply asking the question, where am I relying on intensity when I need to be building consistency instead? Not what you want to change all at once, but not what you hope that you're going to improve someday. What is one small, repeatable decision that you can commit to today that you can carry through with consistently? Because growth isn't about doing everything all at once. It's about doing the right things over and over, again and again. Hey, this is Pastor Steve, and I want to thank you for spending these moments with me today. My hope is that something that you heard encouraged you, encouraged your heart, challenged your thinking, or helped you take a step forward in your life, your leadership. And if this episode added value to your day, I'd love for you to like, share, and subscribe, because that is how this message reaches more leaders who need encouragement and need clarity. And by the way, if you're a leader, a pastor, or organization looking to strengthen your team, well, I'd love to come alongside you. I'd love to work with leaders and teams to help reinforce vision and bring alignment, and just add a steady, encouraging voice that supports the leader's vision, not replaces it. And you can learn more and connect or explore coaching opportunities that we have available at motivatingmoments.online. And until next time, I am Pastor Steve, encouraging you to stay intentional, stay faithful, and keep moving forward. And I'll see you soon on another Motivating Moments.